Hi, this is Slimedog.
Topo.
Legendary Jonk.
And today we're playing Space Ace by Don Bluth on the PS4. Actually by Cinematronics originally. I guess this the Dragon's Lair trilogy was published by Digital Leisure, who I suppose is the current rights holder. Anyway, we're playing Space Ace. Go ahead and...
The PS4 version being key on this one because...
It's probably the easiest one to play, definitely. Yeah, leave the cabin on. Do Cadet. Yeah, just go ahead and leave it there. And see if that makes it any easier. Yeah.
This one doesn't have like a home thing.
No. But yeah, it's the same principle as Dragon's Lair, which is the kind of more popular or the better known laserdisc game from '83. This one came out I think maybe 3 years later, and
this is after Dragon's Lair 2, or is Dragon's Lair 2 the third game?
Dragon's Lair 2 is the third game. Dragon's Lair 2 came out way later, like '91, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they ran out of money. Actually, the whole studio folded after Space Ace. And they got it like most of the way finished, Dragon's Lair 2, but they never got it completely done. And they had to the rights flopped around, and they had to get all resituated before they could finish up Dragon's Lair 2 and do that.
Again, back to the whole hand-drawn.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the shtick in this one. Basically, in Space Ace, like you run around as you're Ace, this big, charming, huge guy, but you get shot by Boff's Infanto Ray that turns you into sort of a nebbish, whining child, okay?
What?
And then every level, you start off as Dexter, the kind of whiny little brat guy, and then a couple of moves in, you'll have to hit the fire button to turn into Ace. You energize and turn into Ace, and the level actually kind of branches, and it goes a different way whether you go through it as Dexter or Ace. Generally, it's easier with Ace, so try to hit the fire buttons if it tells you to.
Did you notice also when you were doing Dragon's Lair, could you use the D-pad or you had to use the...
No, you used the D-pad.
Same on this, I presume, as well?
Yep, that was Kimberly getting kidnapped. These guys.
Yeah, that kid definitely looks like the kid from, Oh, there it is.
Oh, hook smash!
Oh,
okay.
No.
Cool, got
definitely
crushed.
looks like the kid from Sword and Stone.
My goodness, Aladdin.
I think
Yeah,
it could
that's
be.
it looks like the guard.
The voice of
Yeah.
Boff, the big blue guy there, the evil dude, who is actually Don Bluth. Just they retouched it digitally, and that's him. Very He-Man, right? I don't know.
It's a
The blonde-haired kind of Ken doll thing going on. It looks cool, and it's got music and everything. See, it's,
Yeah, this is very...
I'm actually gonna rewatch this because
Oh,
this
yeah.
looks pretty impressive.
this part is really awesome. This part made an impression as a kid, and I was like, "What the heck? How the heck is he
Oh
not
my
dead?"
gosh.
Nice. Woo. I was worried there. Boom, and that's the first level.
Yay! Congrats.
Kimberly, come in.
Of course there's asteroids.
Flying through space part. The funny part is when this is mirrored, you see the emergency on the side flipped. So.
Wow, she's yelling at him so hard that the sparks are flying in his face.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
I like
Oh, here's
Kimberly.
the stripes again that you were talking about. Balls and stripes.
Yeah, right. See, balls and stripes. That's kind of his deal.
Huh.
And just like the marbles that killed Dirk.
Huh.
Kimberly,
But
you okay? Oh, sure.
yeah, it sounds like Woody Allen. I don't know what's going on with that voice. Or not Woody Allen. Jerry Lewis.
Ah, funny.
Which, now that I say that out loud, really makes me like him less. On the other hand, having played through this recently, Kimberly really grew on me. I didn't, play Space Ace at all, pretty much, until I played through this the other day, and I was like, oh, this is actually really nice animation.
Not that you can watch a whole lot while.
Right. Yeah, the watch the game mode is definitely the winner.
Yeah, it seems like I can't really hear it, but it seems like there's a lot of voice acting in this
There's a
too.
lot of
There actually is,
chatting
compared to
going on.
Dragon's Lair for sure, it's very kind of gabby, and you actually, it's got straight up dialogue. Although, oddly, it isn't edited super well, because of this, whole, 1 second scene thing. When they try to hold on a conversation, it doesn't feel
It's
patched together
choppy.
nicely. Yeah, it is kind of choppy. You notice it more once you actually save Kimberly. Not Daphne. I wish they would have made a Space Ace too. I really like this game. Nice one. Look at that. He cracks his knuckles and everything. Ace does not have time for this.
Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
And see, if you're Ace, you basically just shoot everything in this part. Like, everything just blows up. If you play through as Dexter, you're like doing a lot more dodging and stuff, so.
Okay. Because he wouldn't have a gun because he's a kid.
Yeah. He still has a gun anyway. I don't know, but you can't really apply logic to this.
Perhaps he's not really a kid, he's just a guy.
Truthfully, I really didn't like the whole energized Dexter Ace mechanic. That was probably like one of my least favorite things about this game. I wish it was. I love the animation. I just wish it was just nothing but like straight up cool animation.
I'll say this game is a lot more like forgiving. Like gives you more time to push like the buttons.
That might be because we're playing on cadet difficulty.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I remember I was having a fair amount of trouble with it when I played through it on Ace to get the trophy. Like, I had to redo a lot of these levels a lot.
Yeah, the timing must have been super tight on that.
Or I was just really bad. Boom. Level clear.
Nice.
Oh no, so he's got the gun.
Yeah.
He does. And like I said, I don't know that he's actually a kid or just kind of...
Yeah, just a weak version of... It's kind of like Captain America in reverse, I guess. Now, I know in some levels, if you miss the energize, you do die. So you don't... Like, on some, you don't always have the option to skip it. But on others, like, it branches differently depending on what you had. Which I guess is a way to give it a little bit of replay, but...
Right.
Oh, this part. This is fun.
Beware your dark side.
Okay, that was a little...
This is one of those times where you have to energize or drown. But, you also...
That's the first continue, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're rocking it, aren't you?
Yeah, he is on it.
Beware your dark side.
This is awesome. No. Gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's craziness.
Beware your dark side.
Aside from kind of talking to Kimmy a lot more in the first part of this game, in the second half, after you rescue her, there's actually several sequences where you run around with her. So, like, the two of you, like, she gets more screen time than Daphne ever did in Dragon Slayer.
Beware your dark side.
Right, because she just was saying...
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying she's a feminist icon or anything. Like, it's pretty bad, but it's still... It's a lot more fun.
Oh my gosh!
Did he eat him?
He ate him, yes.
Holy cow.
Whoa! Kenny! Beware your dark side.
Ah!
Dang it!
Holy cow!
Yeah,
Wow, this is...
There's a lot of shooting and dodging to get away from giant you.
Of course you had to jinx it, didn't you, Topo?
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. I was just really impressed. You made it through really well, those first few levels.
You are doing a
Yeah.
lot better than I did. I think it took me, like, a long time to clear.
It's hard to also not get distracted because the graphics
Beware
and
your dark
everything, the
side.
story, and there's a lot, like we said, there's a lot more chatting.
Yeah. Also, I think the difficulty level might affect the boards that you play through. I know the first time I beat it, there was a dogfight level that I didn't actually get my entire time through the game, and I had to play through it again on like a different difficulty to get the dogfighting sequence. Dogfighting means space shooting fight, not
Right.
actual dogs attacking each other.
Of course it would be
Well, you never know with this game. It's
Beware
pretty
your dark
surreal.
side.
See, and he energizes too. He starts off as the nerd, and then he turns into like giant Ace.
Is he shooting himself?
Yep.
Okay, what the was craziness.
Beware your dark side.
Almost at the end. That was
Yeah.
only one or two to go.
Great. Swear, if I have to hear him say the dark side again, I'm
The coward one is the one that's getting me. Like,
Yeah.
the coward.
Actually, yeah, the repeated dialogue gets pretty bad. And honestly, and these guys are still short compared to the sequences in Dragon Slayer 2. Like, that had some really, really long, stretched out ones. Is this, oh, here we go, here we go. This is where you rescue Kimberly. You got an Energizer coming up. The timing on it's oddly strict. That one kills you a lot.
Whoa! What?
Dexter!
These look like chicken
Have
legs.
chicken feet. I was
Do we
just
both
like,
notice their weird chicken feet?
right at the same time?
What the heck? They're
We tend to do
warthogs with
that.
chicken feet.
Sure, because why not?
You're not kidding. Like, you have to hit
That
it as
time it's
soon
like
as it
the
says
instant.
energize.
You might try hitting it
before
early,
it,
actually.
a little bit early.
I think
Yeah.
I had better luck, like, yeah.
Like, just as. Yeah, I don't know how we both saw the chicken feet at the same time.
That was kind of bizarre.
Because
yeah.
we always do that.
What?
That was the thing we did the other day, and we were like,
See, and this is another one I can't imagine playing through it in the arcade.
oh, jeez, no.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, clearly I died there a whole lot too.
Then in the next shot, their feet are bigger. So I'm not sure why.
Inconsistent
See?
animation.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
No.
Oh, you got that one.
Yeah, me too.
Whoa! What?
Dexter!
Or just like mashing the button like crazy. That part makes sense.
Yikes!
Dexter!
Nice.
Dexter, you're
Okay.
late.
Yay, Kimberly.
Huh? Papa.
Did she get
She's
taller?
like, oh,
What?
I don't think I've seen that one. That's awesome.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, you have to like shoot guys off while you mac with Kimberly too.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
Yeah, I noticed her strutting next to the car. She's like, I'm not getting in that thing.
Oh yeah, that's basically she's like, nope.
Whoa! What?
And all the while he's like, so you want to have dinner with me? We got the volume turned down kind of low, but
Not low enough that we couldn't hear Dark Side and Coward.
oh yeah. Okay, you got this?
Yeah.
Do you need us to stop talking?
No. You can keep talking.
Okay.
I'm just like
Whoa! What?
now I'm like sitting forward and I'm like all
Now it's like
now,
serious
now
mode.
Now this is
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
Before it was pretty chillax with this. This is like, come on. There we go. Let's see if we
You're
back with
late.
her.
Call me X.
Gun.
Mhm.
Thanks. I'll walk.
Little upskirt action there.
Not looking because, you know, surviving.
Where's the ring
Nice.
In the
Tribbles.
center of the
Yeah.
complex.
Tribbles
Can you
with
get us in there?
plates. Say.
Like nuts. You know I'm here?
Yes, and he's geared for battle.
There we go.
Let's say we shoot Dwarf with his own in Santo.
Why, yes.
Would say we have dinner tonight.
Get serious.
I am.
Okay, so later I totally need to watch this just so I can.
Oh
Dang it.
God!
No!
so close.
I was like trying to not talk just because I was
I'm
like, oh,
sorry.
no,
I'm
it's okay.
sorry.
like we didn't.
I was impressed. I was like, dude, I'm watching it later so I can hear what they're saying. Cause they're
Yeah,
having a
seriously.
fun time.
No, that's
So
one of
it's
those
like, great.
the butchered dialogue that I was talking about, where it doesn't like
Makes sense.
go seamlessly at all. I think the mashing thing worked
Yeah.
best for me on that one.
No, it's like I get it. It's just like I always forget where it's at. But I
Yeah.
just need to remember that it's after the one gun. Just
Mhm.
start mashing gun.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, you'll be able to hear it like when you rewatch it.
Call me X. Huh? Papa.
I love their little
Oh my God.
halos.
Yeah,
as
the
they
halo
float through
motorcycle
the-
thing.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. See, what I don't have is an action figure of Kimberly on my wall, and that's what I need now.
they even exist
I
then?
doubt it. Space Ace was always the
Dexter, you're
the
late.
underappreciated stepchild of Dragon Slayer. Although, having played it, I gotta say, I got a real appreciation for it now. I think it's growing on me.
The Space Ace?
Yes.
Yeah,
Where'd you get your, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because this one, at least, like, Dragon Slayer was, like, cool because it was, like, a castle.
Mm-hmm.
This one's, like,
In space?
got a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot more craziness going on.
It is
I know,
really
but-
unhinged, yeah.
Or, well, I guess it probably wasn't LSD, but you know, could have been.
Kind of felt like it, right? I mean, you know,
It's
it was
certainly of the time.
it was the 80s, so it would have been cocaine, I guess. But, you know, hey.
What?
Dexter!
So it's Dexter and Ace.
Ace is, yeah, the big one. It's like a couple of Ace.
Dexter! Dexter,
Bunch
you're
of
late.
guns.
Yeah.
Call me Ace, huh?
Guns for a little bit.
Thanks. I'll walk.
Oh, snap.
Dexter, the Infanto Ray is about to be fired at Earth.
Wow. That voice acting.
This is the one that always got me, that second, like, right away, right thing. Yeah, the voice acting's pretty bad.
Whoa! What?
Hey, hey. Could be really.
I wonder who does, like, who it is that does, like, the voice acting in this.
That's
I
what
don't know.
was
The only one I
thinking,
know
I'm
is
curious.
Don
Bluth?
Bluth doing Borf. I don't know who does these guys. I would say the same guy who did Dirk, but I don't think Dirk says anything except for yelling a lot.
Right.
Dexter!
That'd be funny if it were like Dame Judi Dench.
That would.
Samuel Jackson.
I think that would actually make this game like
A million times cooler, yeah.
Dexter! Dexter,
Super
you're late.
famous.
Call me Ace, huh? Papa.
Thanks.
It would explain
I'll
all
walk.
the snakes and planes.
Dexter, the Infanto Ray is about to be fired at Earth.
93 for the
Huh?
Space
Where's
Ace.
the ring located?
93.
In the center of the complex.
I know.
93? That's
Oh,
not
no,
right.
wait,
It's
that's
in there.
there's a movie
Lug
of
nuts.
Space
Dwarf
Ace.
no one here?
Oh,
Yes,
Wait,
he's
is
geared
there?
for battle.
I don't know, but I know this thing was 93. You might be looking at a video game. They probably did a... I think that's about the time when
No, this is it.
the Super NES version of Space
You
Ace.
guide Ace through various dangers as he tries to save his friend.
Oh, 83, it says.
Oh, 83. I got my glasses.
Yikes!
Wait, 83, but I thought 83 was when.
Dexter, you're late.
Space Ace? Yeah, I guess it
No,
is.
Huh?
when
Or Dragon Slayer?
Slayer came out.
I
Thanks.
thought it did.
I'll walk.
Maybe I'm wrong on
Well,
that.
now we need to look into this a
Dexter,
little bit
the
closer.
Infanto Ray is about to be fired at Earth.
That one. That part sucks.
because I keep thinking like if it's
Yeah.
when it's like a fire one
You
or when
shoot
it's-
you shoot the pink guys, and then you have to jump over the cliff, and then you have to shoot a bunch of pink guys, and then you have to
Yeah.
do more driving.
Yeah. Like, I always accidentally hit fire when it's like a drive, and then you drive when it's a fire.
So
Yeah.
the Dexter voice is by Wilfred, who's known for.
Dexter!
Oh, Secret of Nim. Makes sense.
But that's his
Better than
animation department, art department. He actually didn't do
Oh, okay.
voices. This is from
Oh, okay.
art department. So he worked with.
Oh, okay. So they
with,
had the
Disney.
animators doing the voice.
Oh.
That's how little
Secret
they
of-
regarded their voice acting, I guess.
Well, this was also back in like the 80s when it was like they didn't
It
have.
was a lot. There weren't
Yeah.
the same kinds of voice actors. I mean, those have really grown.
That
in
is
the
true.
last-
That is true.
last couple decades. I mean.
Dexter!
Yeah.
Dexter, you're late.
Oh, Chicken Little, Ace in action. Oh my gosh.
Whoa! What?
Now I'm curious with this.
Yeah, and he played Dexter. Yeah, it says 83. I wonder if Ace had a different voice.
Yes, it was a different voice. That one was better, but there's no no photos, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, animation
Yeah.
department. Yeah,
Still an animated.
Iron Giant. Oh,
I'll
that's
walk.
awesome.
Oh,
Secret
cool.
of Nim.
Dexter,
American
the Infanta Ray
Tail.
is about to
All
be
Dogs
fired
Go
at
to
Earth.
Heaven.
All dogs go to hell. That's one.
Oh yeah,
Where's the
that's
ring
another
located?
one of his like
In the
really
center of the
famous
complex.
like.
Can you
Don
get us in
Bluth.
there?
Yes.
Lug nuts. Dwarf know I'm here?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's geared for battle.
You can help him fill that in. He's trying
Let's
to
see
do the
we shoot
thing.
Dwarf with his
Okay.
own
No,
inventor.
like I've only
yes.
seen that movie
Let's see
once, and I
what
can't bring myself to watch it again.
Get serious.
Yeah, that was kind of. And, you know, honestly, movies with dogs in general do that to me. Oh, that was the same spot. And that's like the last one too. You're right at the end.
Whoa! What?
So Kimberly, oh, directed Spirit, Stallion of the Swan. art
consider
department
it.
for Prince Egypt, Lion
Wow.
King, Secret of Nim, Space Ace. She did Kimberly. So yeah.
So I would totally have her sign this game because, like, this is probably like the worst thing she ever worked on. I mean, being the fact that I love it, but like, you know, like she's done all these like awesome things. She's been a director in 1,000 cool films or whatever.
And, look,
And I'm like, dude, can you sign this because you said 5 words in Space Ace?
dude, that's how we
Call me
roll.
Ace, huh?
So she was a writer for Milan and Lion King.
Wow.
Dexter, the
And
infanta
Secret
ray is about to be
Lives
fired
of
at Earth.
Waldo Kitty. Oh, stop. Waldo Kitty. Stop. They're so funny.
Waldo Kitty.
You know, Walter Mitty.
Oh,
Secret Life of Walter Mitty, only it's Waldo Kitty.
I gotcha.
Oh, Shark Tale.
Shark Tale. That's a
This
fun
is
one.
art department. So she does a whole lot of in the animation world.
Ooh.
Art department, a lot of stuff.
Good deal. But she'll
As
always
they
be,
all seem to.
She'll always be Kimberly to me.
Kimberly to you.
Yeah.
Is there actually? We gotta find out if there's a Kimberly.
Dexter, Dexter,
So that's
you're
a-
late.
So
Call me
what I
Ace,
was
huh?
gonna say, where did you get
Thanks,
your
I'll walk.
Daphne figure?
Well, clearly it was GameStop.
Dexter, the infanta ray is about to
You
be
got it.
fired at Earth.
Thank you. I was gonna say, what creds here?
Awesome.
Can I give it a shot?
Give me the credit.
Yeah, I see like all the pink guys, and I'm like, I need to
I
shoot
know,
'em.
right? That no, I died 1,000 times there too.
Now that I'm not playing it, like the animation in this is ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah, right?
Call me Ace, huh? Hop on.
Thanks, I'll walk. Dexter, the infanta ray is about to be fired at Earth.
Yeah, right?
Where's the ray located?
In the center of the complex.
Can you get us in there?
Yes.
Lug nuts. Dwarf know I'm here?
Yes, and he's geared for battle.
Let's say we shoot Dwarf with his own infanta ray.
Why, yes.
Would say we have dinner tonight.
Get serious.
I am.
See, he's like getting on her.
Watch out, Dwarf, old buddy. Here we come.
Dexter!
Call me Ace, huh?
Here you go. Okay, the maze sequence. No, is it? No, no. You skip the maze. That's what it is. If you play through it on hard, you've got to do like a rocket roller skate sequence before this,
Oh, wow.
which makes this like an even longer.
Wow, I completely missed that, and it let me go.
You know, sometimes they're forgiving.
No, I mean like I hit fire, like.
Sometimes there's actually multiple ways to proceed. Like that initial oxygen mask one.
Yeah.
Like if you can, like you can press fire or press up to it. I think. Like there's sometimes multiple correct answers.
Use the aqua booms.
Is it hitting the buttons like he's got like remote control eels? I don't think he's really serious about this.
Kitty, come on!
Straight ahead.
Oh my god, there's an amazing Kimberly here.
But I'm not sure what's the.
Kimmy!
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I think I'm not. I don't know if it's just somebody did. You know, a fan made it. You know,
No,
Etsy
it's
sort
probably one of
thing, or
those
it's an
resin
actual-
deals. Oh hey, he's in the last level.
Really?
Yeah,
Ready?
this is it. Yeah. Check it out.
Oh.
It's fighting Borf.
Nice.
That looks like fun. Yeah, she's got the roller skates in the maze.
Right? That's what I thought was coming.
That's too fun.
We'll have to look into more info on the
Alright.
Okay.
figure. Oh.
You have the music kind of. I really like the music too.
You know, it's really.
I.
No. Why do they always eat you?
How? No, I
No,
think
he
he's
didn't eat
taunting.
you. Oh,
Ah,
oh, good. No. Next time, if you die,
Kimmy!
now I want to die again to find out what's going on.
yeah, there's a rather amusing death scene if you screw up that first move.
Ah!
Okay, you didn't have to do it just for that, but
Yeah, but I wanna
Okay, so what do you do?
do like a left or a right instead of pressing up
Alright.
on that very first one.
Where they land in that watery thing or whatever that is.
No, it's this.
They'll see it.
Yeah, the sponge. You land on a sponge.
That's what it is.
Yes. Yeah. You land in a pit full of puffs
Tribbles.
or something. Tribbles. Just sit around laughing. I don't understand it. It's just adorable.
Tribbles.
Kimmy!
I love that like throat punch.
Yeah,
He
right?
goes with it.
Yeah.
Dexter, the Infanta raised.
Take that.
Oh, this is so fun.
That's awesome.
He's gonna be right.
Run! Take that.
Wow. They let me go because I hit the weapon because that's what he was going for.
Oh, nice. You got it. You're done.
Nice.
Congrats.
Yay!
Wait. Oh!
What?
Oh!
He shrank
You
too
reflected the Infanto ray back on him,
Isn't he
and he turned into a cute little
Aw.
baby.
Can we
far.
keep him?
Kimberly adopts
Honey
because,
days,
well,
huh?
maybe they can raise him right.
Yeah. That's what
I
it
don't
is.
really know.
I'm not sure there's a moral to this story. I'm pretty sure
Alright.
based on that dress, this is an amoral game.
Oh.
And there you go.
You know, I think it's gonna have to be shorter because it costs so many quarters. Like they're
Yeah.
not really super long games.
That and
because,
sorry, I played it on like easiest difficulty, and he was
well,
saying
Yeah.
still, I mean,
There were a couple extra scenes I think that you get if you play it on
But
harder.
I'm saying both of these weren't particularly super. I mean, they
Yeah.
weren't your 20-hour short games versus
Yeah.
80-hour longer games. It's a
It's an
relatively
arcade game.
It's
and
an
yeah.
arcade game,
Uh-huh.
and even though you could dump a lot of quarters into it,
Mm-hmm.
if you got it right, you could, I guess, plow through it relatively, in a evening
Yeah.
at the arcade.
And with
Like-
several $100s.
Like
Yeah.
while the parents sat and went to watch Terms of Endearment, you could sit there.
It's oddly specific.
I was gonna
I
say,
was
and if
guessing
you-
I could just throw a 80s movie that any kid would not want to go.
Oh, alright.
I don't even know when it came out much.
It's like you could get really good at it and then just go, yeah, I'll beat it if you give me $5.
Yeah.
Like, I'll show you the entire
Oh my god.
Dragon's Lair.
You could get people to pay you because you're so good with your mad Dragon Slayer skills. You'd be like, oh, not only are you giving the 1 quarter to beat it, I want $10.
There you go.
It would still be probably money well spent as opposed to trying to beat the game yourself. So,
Yeah.
wow.
Though now you can actually just watch the videos, so
Yes.
I guess there's that.
And what do you think, Jonk? How's this compare to Dragon Slayer 1?
Well, the levels being longer was kind of annoying,
Okay.
but it was more forgiving with the button pushes, which I liked.
Mhm.
And it looks a lot better.
It's
Yeah.
Like it-
really crisp, right?
Yeah.
And
And it's from the space story.
I like the
whole.
yeah. Yeah, I like the sci-fi theme, and you're right about the whole imaginative stuff. Like it because it's sort of set in a sci-fi setting, a weird retro, bizarro sci-fi setting. Like they really have kind of like they're unhinged when it comes to the creativity. Like you do not know what the next thing around the corner is going to be.
Right.
It's all over the place.
Warthog. Would you say Warthog? Would you?
Yeah,
I was gonna say it was kind of the same thing in the Dragon's Lair though,
yeah.
because
yeah.
it was like now there's like snakes trying to kill me. What's next? like goo, and then that shows up.
And there's
You're
goo.
like,
Oh, of course there's goo. And giant skull hands. And here's the extras in Space Ace. You've got the demo mode. You can watch the game again, like without having to press buttons, just start to end, including death scenes if you want. And it's got an interview about Space Ace. You can watch Don Bluth wax poetic.
That's really awesome.
It's fun stuff.
Well, I enjoyed this one as well. And again, not super long, especially if you can kind of focus and
Totally.
with the prompts. The prompts really help on this too.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah, doing it like
I
old
can't
school.
imagine. I can't even
Ugh.
imagine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have lasted on this one. That's for sure.
Horrifying. But there you go.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Bye.